Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. My name is Sam, aka the Sensible Leftist, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why certain individuals want to ban porn and why that would be an extremely bad idea. Now, before I continue, if you end up liking this video, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, the topic of banning porn has recently been, up until recently I should say, a topic mainly that's been discussed among the fringe extremist faction of a certain political party. Now, more and more members of this political party want to see pornography banned, including a man who, if elected, might become our next vice president. Now, a lot of these individuals will use blatant falsehoods about the porn industry to justify why they want to see porn banned. So, let's begin with some of these falsehoods. Alright, the first falsehood is that they will argue that women are trafficked or coerced into doing porn. Now, look, I'm going to be the first to admit that yes, there is sex trafficking, yes, that is horrible, yes, it needs to be stamped out of society. But there is no trafficking in mainstream porn. As Sterling Cooper stated in his video titled Myths About the Adult Entertainment Industry, porn studios don't actually need to coerce or traffic women into doing porn when talent agencies have their inboxes flooded with applications from young women looking to break into the industry out of their own free will. They hardly need to coerce or traffic these women into doing it, okay? Now, I know that a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but what about Pornhub? Look, one bad actor does not make the entire industry. Yes, Pornhub is horrible across multiple fronts for multiple things, but that would kind of be like, blaming an entire race of people just because one of them does something bad. Can't do that. The second falsehood is that, people, mostly anti-porn crusaders, will argue that porn is addictive and can ruin families and relationships. Well, guess what? So can alcohol, so can gambling. But you don't see people looking to ban that. Oh, wait, we tried banning alcohol back in the 1920s. Didn't exactly work out that well. Okay? Because, quite frankly, anything, excess use of anything can, become an addiction if you let it replace certain aspects of your life, okay? And cigarettes can ruin families with the myriad of health issues that a person can get by smoking, but guess what? You don't see people looking to ban that. Even though I hate smoking, I wouldn't want to see that banned either. If people want to get loads of health problems from smoking, let them. By the way, I just want to mention something here about this. The top mental health institutions refuses to classify porn addiction as a real addiction because it doesn't exist. Now, the other falsehood that people will oftentimes use as an argument to ban porn is that when you watch porn, it desensitizes you and you eventually start to seek out harder, more violent forms of pornography. I can tell you firsthand that that is not true. Now, I'm sorry to go into a little bit of TMI here, but the only porn that I watch is Girl Girl and Solo, and I hardly have any interest in watching anything else. The other falsehood that I want to talk about is the fact that a lot of anti-porn crusaders say that porn can incite sexual violence, i.e. rape. Well, if you actually bother to do a little bit of research on this, you'll actually discover that the opposite is true. Legal access to porn has actually cut down on rapes and sexual assaults. for any country that decided to legalize it. Hey guys, just wanted to chime in as I'm editing this video hours later here with something that I forgot to mention. Yes, there are countries that do ban porn. If you actually bother to take a look at those countries, you will quickly discover that 99% of them are Islamic hellscapes where rapes are low, not because they ban porn, but the reason why the amount of rapes in those countries are low is because women are too scared to report a rape when it happens, because they know that if they do come forward with being assaulted, their family will blame them for it and murder them in an honor killing. So if you're going to come at me with, well, 30-something countries ban porn, well, number one, do a shred of research, and number two, be a realist and don't be afraid of being called a phobe for telling the cold hard truth as to the reason, as to what is happening over there. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled video. So yeah, there is the falsehoods. Now let's get to why banning porn would actually be a bad idea. Let's start with the jobs that will be lost. And I'm not just talking about the performers, I'm talking about the camera guys, the editors, the web designers, the directors. Basically everybody who works in the adult industry would be out of work in an instant if this country decided to ban porn. Now, before you start saying, well, they can always find new jobs, if people who used to work for Enron had trouble finding new jobs because hiring managers basically said nope the moment they found out they worked for Enron, what do you think would happen to these people if they tried to get hired someplace and they put on their resume that they worked for an industry that's now federally illegal? Yeah, you can probably imagine how their job prospects would be if that was to happen. The other thing too, bad thing about banning porn is, remember how I said that legal access to porn has cut down on rapes and sexual assaults? Well, articles from like the one that was run by Psychology Today may have listed statistics to back up their study, but I'm going to tell you why exactly legal access to porn has cut down on rapes and sexual assaults. Porn is a form of entertainment that is designed to provide a release. For some people, if they can't get their release because their country decided to ban it, some of these people might actually bottle it up until they explode on a real-life unwilling target. Do you want to see that happening? No. There's actually another reason economically why banning porn is a bad idea. It might actually crash the economy. Porn is a $2.5 billion industry that contributes millions in tax revenue, employs a lot of people, and also gives a lot of businesses to companies like web hosting. Now, if you ban it, you, number one, again, put a lot of people out of work. You also starve certain entities like web hosting companies of revenue. And three, all that tax revenue will suddenly be lost if porn is outlawed. There's actually another aspect to banning porn that a lot of these people don't understand. It might actually start affecting non-adult entertainment medium and platforms. Pause for water. There was a comment that was left on Twitter where this person simply said this: there are plenty of inherently non-sexual images that can be used for sexual gratification. Try navigating a porn ban around that. And I completely agree. And I'll tell you why. Take Instagram, for example. Now, you may be asking, well, Instagram doesn't allow nudity anyway, why would it be subject to a porn ban? Let me explain. Now, it is true that there are a lot of women who use Instagram as a front for their not safe for work pages. I'm not talking about those women. I'm talking about other women who use the platform to express themselves. You know, it could be a young woman who is a fashionista who likes to show off her latest clothing, you know, what she likes to wear, you know, swimwear, you know, dresses, you know, casual wear, that sort of thing. It could be a singer who likes to show off what she wears on stage, or what she likes to wear out and about, things like that. Or it could be an attractive local newscaster who likes to show what her life is like outside the station, including the type of outfit she likes to wear outside of work. Now, any enterprising soul could download a Instagram downloader, you know, download these women's images, and afterwards delete the dull or irrelevant pictures and use them for sexual gratification. Now, let's imagine that someone does try to draft a bill to ban porn, and the wording is something like, any image or video where the primary purpose is sexual gratification. Well, because someone might actually use these inherently non-sexual images to get off, Instagram may find themselves caught up in a porn ban and might start to heavily police what is shown on their platform. And it's not just Instagram. Movies and TV shows might actually start to be very wary of what they show on screen in order to avoid being hit by penalties from a porn ban. So, like I said before, it's just an extremely bad idea all around to ban pornography. Because, like I said, it'll cause sexual assaults to go up. It may affect the economy. And on top of it, you can't legislate morality, okay? People found that out back in the 1920s when they banned alcohol. It didn't work for alcohol. It didn't work for the drug war. It's not going to work for porn. And, as I just mentioned, it's also going to start affecting non-adult platforms and media as well. And with that, that's pretty much it for this video. I shall see you around soon. Bye.